Hey guys, it's Rada and this is Reflect with Rada time. Hope you guys are doing great and hope you guys got to enjoy your Easter. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel and not yet subscribed, please do so. Like, comment, and set your notification as well if you're inspired, of course. If not, that's fine. Feel free to leave a comment anyway. And guys, what do? I come on and I read my devotion and I read my inspirational book every day, and I just come on and just share what I've read, my reflection, what I got from it, hoping that you guys are inspired from it as well. So let's start with, we're going to be doing a block of devotions first and a block of inspirational message. There's going to be an extra one added on since I was away last week. So let's just get right into it. Our first one is going to be starting with a shining example. And the scripture is coming from Matthew 5, verses 16. And here we're talking about being believers and doing good deeds to others and for others. And although it's not a requirement, we should all attain to do good deeds and to help others. Because being a believer, we're an extension of God's love. So in our daily life, we should always seek to show our love and kindness to others. And non-believers are also watching, so they will be quick to point out the hypocrisy. So you have to be mindful of that and always live a life of love and kindness. We move on to our second devotion, constant complaint, Ephesians 2, verses 14 to 16. And the temptation to complain could be overwhelming at times. Our complaints, though, could be valid and true, but we miss the joy that the Lord desires for us when we seek to just complain. When we seek to just keep looking at the negative and not the positive. So instead of complaining, we should be looking at the things that's going great in our lives and just be grateful for it. That is the one pet peeve that I have. And I try to point out to people, to the complainers, I try to point out the great things that they have going on in their life. Because sometimes people spend so much time on the negative that they tend to forget the little things that they have in their life that they could be so grateful for that others don't have. So let's shine like stars in the sky. Let us hold firmly to His word as we speak life to those around us. So if you're not that complainer, or if you might have a friend that's always complaining to you, be that person to get them to focus on all the positive. Right? Keeping a secret. Proverbs 11, verses 13. So we've all been there when a friend will come and tell you, hey, did you hear about what she did? And something in us want to know. We want to know the scoop. We're human, right? So it might feel good in that moment to want to hear what's going on in that person's life. But it's important that we know that our life is not perfect as well. We all fall short. So don't encourage the gossip. And hopefully you are not the individual gossiping. So this is what scripture says. You can't trust a gossiper with a secret. They'll go blab it all. Put your confidence instead in a trusted friend, for he will be faithful to keep it in confidence. And that's it right there. Sometimes you might trust that person and tell them something and they turn into be the gossiper. So who do you trust to tell your friends to? To tell your secrets to? I said no one. But that's a decision you have to make. So the next time you're tempted, though, if you're that gossiper, to share what isn't yours to tell, take a deep breath and pause. Ask yourself if betrayal and confidence is worth letting down a friend. Instead, allow yourself to be the type of friend that the Lord has assigned you to be. So if you're that person that your friend share a secret with, it's not yours to tell. It's a secret that should be kept between you and that individual. Moving on to a way out. 1 Corinthians 10, verses 13. And each of us struggles with temptation. We just talked about gossiping. That's a temptation. Overindulging. Unkind thoughts and more. We battle with temptation in different ways. The good news is, though, we serve a God who is faithful and He loves us. So we have to learn to turn to Him in the midst of our struggles so we could find a way out. So though temptation will surely come your way, be assured that it will not overcome you as you trust in the Lord in all you do. So as long as you put your trust in Him, and if if it's something, a temptation that led to sin, we know we could pray about it, we admit our sin, and we ask God for forgiveness to move on from that. He hears is the next topic. 1 John 5 verses 14 to 15. And sometimes it could feel like God is far away, but we always have to remember that He loves us. We're His children and He loves us, and He wants us to be happy, to feel fulfilled. So when we approach Him with our wants and needs, He hears us. He always hears us. The next time you feel as if your requests are just not important to bother God, just keep in mind that it doesn't matter how small or how big that want or that need is, God is always listening. So you should always go to Him and share that need or that one. Pray to Him about it. Doesn't matter how small or how big that is. Allow yourself to be filled with God's presence today. Alright, and we move on to our inspirations. This is happiness. So you will know what that happiness is, because if you would have experienced unhappiness. So that's it. You will know what that happiness looks like. Because we know happiness is not out there. You create your own happiness. We move on to how to overcome. How to overcome, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you continue moving forward. This is how you overcome, because you know your life matters. So there is no big secret to overcoming anything. It's just knowing that sometimes you're going to fall. You don't stay down, but you get up, you dust yourself off, and you keep moving forward. We move on to you are. Who are you? It takes courage to be your true self. Vulnerability to allow others to see you, and wisdom to know that regardless of what life tosses your way, you are enough. You're courageous, you are vulnerable, you are wise, you are enough. And our next inspiration is an exercise in what if. What if you stop looking for approval from others? What if you consider yourself a visionary, a dreamer, or maybe a hero? What if just for today you knew that you were worthy of all that you wanted? What would happen if you just stopped comparing yourself to others and become your own measure for success? Who would you be in this world if you believe that to be true? So perhaps just for today, become that person. Be you. No apologies needed. And guys, we move on to I am sorry, friend. And sometimes that's what you could say. I'm sorry. For whatever happened to you that made you feel less than, I'm sorry. You don't deserve that. Sometimes there is no other answer. And in those moments, a tiny bit of empathy and a lot of love go a very long way. So don't forget to say I'm sorry to yourself as well, as much as you need to. The greatest forgiveness is the forgiveness you show yourself. That's it. So we want to be there for others. If someone is going through something, you say, I'm sorry. Someone did something wrong to you, I forgive you. But it's also important that we forgive ourselves as well, and we tell our past self that we're sorry for whatever it is. So guys, this is it. Thank you for taking this time to listen to my videos today. Hope you guys were inspired. Be blessed. Happy Wednesday. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.